Wap. Because I think Fetti Wap is Zoe. I think for those who are concerned, I think Fetti Wap is Zoe. Shout out to Zoe. All right, because I see him referring to himself as a Zoe, and I seen him wearing his Haitian flag around his head. So big up to Fetti Wap. But Fetti Wap is gonna be doing some time. All right. Fetti Wap has been fighting his case. He's been locked up, and it seems like he's finally gotten his sentencing. Fetti Wap is gonna be doing 6 years in federal penitentiary. This
500
is
grams. They said he got caught with 500 grams.
break it down. Do you want to read
Said
it
he
out?
got 500 grams of cocaine, which turns out to be a half a key of product in New York. That's what they say. Go
And
ahead,
it was
run down.
something of 16 kilos. Don't forget that.
Right.
All right, don't forget that because it's not
was
just a half a key that took him down. He's
No.
responsible for 16 kilos.
It was that was the bigger part of the coalition.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
It
So
was
I
the
guess
bigger.
all the parties
Yeah.
involved, right?
Yeah.
All right,
But he
so
personally got caught with 500 G's, a half a brick on him.
okay.
Right.
Let's go into it. Hold on. Let's talk about it. Okay. Fetti Wap sentenced to 6 years federal prison for drug trafficking, conspiracy to distribute 50 grams as well as 16 kilos. All right. And I'm not going to go too deep into it, but just know this, right? This is the man that sung Trap Queen. I'm dead serious, man.
I say, hey, baby, hello.
This is the man that sung Trap Queen. This is hard to believe at times, you know? And I gotta be a little bit light on him.
Yeah.
Same time, you can't be so judgmental. This is not about beating down Fetti Wap. You know what I mean? We listen to his music. But we still don't shoot the messenger. I just come to bring you the message. All right? So this is the man that sung Trap Queen. This is the man that had multiple singles on the radio. It seemed like at one point everything that Fetti Wap dropped was on fire.
Right.
It was like
feature.
everything.
Every
Fetti
feature
Wap
he
was the
doing.
go-to. He was the go. Every feature, it was fire. He was the go-to guy, and he actually worked his move. Fetti Wap actually was able to work his style into the industry to the point where he had a go-to style. He kind of was like he kind of was reminiscent to T-Pain. And I'm not speaking about auto-tune. I'm just talking about the ability to come up with a catchy hook and be that artist that could catapult another artist who needs that look, who needs that trampoline, right?
I could agree.
So he was the go-to artist.
yeah.
Fetti Wap was the go-to artist at one point.
Yeah, in his career at that time. Yeah.
Big. He had a big career. In my regards, I feel like he had a big career, to be honest with you. So to see him fall from grace, I hate to see that, bro. I literally hate to see that. You know, but at the same time, I can't be so selfish because God takes us down certain paths, right? Let Fetti Wap tell it. Fetti Wap probably tell him, like, if Fetti Wap could hear me right now, he probably like, oh, you judging me, you don't know my life. And you're right, Fetti Wap, I don't.
I know. I figure once after you create, just like you were saying, he was one of them go-to artists, and everybody was at his door and everything. I think once you get a hold of that lifestyle and that money, and you're not making that money how you used to, you got to try to upkeep it. Your ego and your mindset gonna make you want to just try to upkeep it any way you can.
That was the issue with Fetti Wap.
You know what I mean?
Fetti Wap, okay, so Fetti Wap kind of like, he gave us the scenario of how he fell from grace financially, right? So Fetti Wap, from his mouth, Fetti Wap said in which, as his career was progressing, he noticed that his show money was getting lower. Meaning the offers, they were offering him less for shows. Now, there's rumors that Fetti Wap was buying people all types of lavish gifts.
Right.
Fetti Wap was somewhat like, I'm not going to say MC Hammer, shout out to MC Hammer, but it seems like he squandered a lot of his money, right? If I'm speculating, who knows? But this is what I heard. Don't shoot the messenger.
Don't.
But I think he kind of agreed to that too. But Fetti Wap spent a lot of his money, all right? So Fetti Wap lived that life in which his money started to dwindle. It started to trickle. You know what I mean? And I guess he couldn't hit the brakes. He couldn't hit the brakes. All right, and he said that his show money kept getting lower, so he went from 50,000 a show, and it kept dropping, and it kept dropping, and it kept dropping. And I guess before he noticed it was too late. So you got to think about it, ladies and gentlemen, when you live in this lifestyle, when you come across lavish things, for those that know, you come across lavish things, the rise, the ascension into success is great. It's a great feeling. It's very exciting. But on the way back down, it's so hard to deal with. Because
fall from grace.
Your money, when you look, fall from grace. When you look at your money, see, money's a thing like this, right? You might not be broke today, but the way that you're carrying yourself, the way that you're spending your money, you eventually will become broke. But most of us can't see 2-3 years ahead because you have to plan out your future. But then if you're getting money from everywhere, but you're not really noticing that, damn, that 50,000 turned to 40,000. That 40,000 turns to 30,000. You're not really noticing before it's too late, right? I'm not going to go into economics with everybody, but I'm just saying, when you have money and you start going down, it's hard to hit the brakes because you're used to lavish things.
Right.
People that have money, when you have money, you're used to having certain things. Your slippers got to be Gucci. Right. You know what I mean? Your cologne, your t-shirt got to be Polo. You don't wear certain type of t-shirts. You're not wearing the corner store t-shirts no more. You wearing the form fitting t-shirts, the Calvin Klein and the Polo, right? You eating at the best places. When you don't got money, sometimes you got a budget. You got to go eat a lunch special
or a Lunchable.
You feel me? Or a Lunchable. You see? So it's a hard transition on the way down. I think that's what Fetti Wap felt. I think Fetti Wap couldn't hit the brakes because you know the lifestyle. So in which Fetti Wap went to allegedly selling drugs, keys of cocaine, right? A syndicate, what have you. Allegedly. But it's all because the man couldn't, he wasn't humble enough to fall from grace. And I'm not throwing no stones at him because I'm not even humble at times when it comes to certain things like that. I like my life a certain way. Right. There's certain things, certain luxuries that I like. And I be having to slow down sometimes. Because sometimes you used to work, you used to live in a certain quality of life, right? And that's what Fetti Wap faced. All right, so we're not going to dwell too long on that, but shout out to Fetti Wap. You know what I mean? Shout out. That's sad, bro. That's sad. Yeah. But he will be home 6 and hopefully get his music cracking because I don't know why he wasn't releasing music. That's something else anyways. Let's get to that. Beyond the sadness, Fetti Wap, get back to your music, homie. Fetti Wap, get back to your music. When you touch down, bro, get back to your music, bro. That's really what we concerned about anyways. And that was really the issue because your music slowed down too. Because the bag slowed down, but I wasn't hearing you on no features no longer either. So I don't know if there was some contractual things that was going on that was preventing you from releasing music. But when you come back, brother, you need to be back on your music. We want to hear music from Fetti Wap. That part.
Straight up.
All right. What we got here, Chan? What we got here? Baby, calm down. All right. I'm not going into I don't even want to speak about the girl thing. All right. And back, we should have did this adjacent to that. Shout out to Bootsy. Bootsy time. We gonna jump over this one. Shout out to Bootsy, badass, building the whole neighborhood in his backyard.